Good morning. It's Two Sheds. It's not morning and it's not Vietnam, actually. I got a box of nickels here that are, I guess they're customer rolled. They're not bank sealed box. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. This is just what they gave me. This bank this is the bank I order from all the time. They've never given me a box of nickels like this before, so I don't know what. I'm assuming somebody just dropped these off to them. I have another box back here just in case this one turns out to be absolutely nothing. But we'll get started on it and maybe it'll be amazing. We'll just have to see. Let's get started and see what we find. Well, I've gone through several rolls and not a zilch, nothing. And not only that, all the nickels are facing in the same direction. I am saying that's a real strong indication that those are nickels that somebody has gone through, because they're all rolled up facing the same way. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and pop open the next box. I'm in the very first row in the next box, and I've already come to a 2024P, and looks like an old nickel behind it with a D mint mark. $1941D, cool beans. Well, that's what we're talking about right there, buddy. Much, much better. I'm all excited again. I tell you, I just, some of you guys really rave on the customer roll, but I have gotten good things from customer roll, but I feel like more often than not, I'm getting returns that someone has just previously searched. I am in the third row, and I have a 1938 right there in front of me. It would be so nice to get a D or an S. I really need them for my books. It's fun to get the 38s because I just hardly ever find them anyway, but I sure would like to get a D or an S. No, not this time. Rats. That's the second one I've gotten in a week or 2 weeks, but before that, I bet you it'd been 2 or 3, 4 months since I'd gotten a 38. Anyway, I was hoping. It's all right. I won't get straight done here because I've got, in less than an hour, I've got people coming for a Bible study in our home here. Looking forward to that. What does that say? That's another 38 in the same row. Oh, it's Philadelphia too. I'm gonna have to keep my eye open. That's in really nice shape for 38. Man, I hope there's several in this box. How about that? I like that. By the way, I'm just going to take the returns from these rolls from this box and fill up those wrappers right over there and put them back in that box right there and take it back to the bank. I'm not going to go through any more of those because I'm pretty convinced that it is all pre-searched right before they got to me. Fourth row, 2024P, number 2. I've stated this before, but I sure would like to get 2 2024 Ds in one box. I've gotten several Ds over, the course of the year, but I've never gotten more than one in one box, and that would be really, really cool. Of course, you have to get number 1 before you can get to number 2. But as a backup plan, I'll just take all the 2024 Ps they want to send my way. I like them too. I make money with them. I sell most of them. I like, I save some, put a few away, but then I make money. It's fun to make money with your hobby. We have now made it to the 6th row, and here's 2024 P, a number 3. 24P, a number 3. It's not unusual to... Let's saying today, things seem to have gone okay. Alrighty, I am back. I'm now in the 14th row here in the first half, and I come to my fourth 2024P. A friend of mine just wrote to me, and he went through a box of nickels, I guess today, and he found 75 2024P nickels. Way to go. Pretty wild. A little slow this box so far, but you know, that's okay. The Bible study went considerably longer than anticipated. We usually just plan on an hour, but I think they were here 2.5 hours at least. But we enjoyed it. We had a good time. Discussed lots of different topics. Read passages. It was good. Good stuff. Look, another 38. I almost went right past it, didn't I? 1938. Man, let there be a D or an S. It is! 1938D. That is awesome. I've got one for my book now. Great. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I bet you guys already saw it. That's a 1958, not a 38. I got all excited for nothing. Well, unbelievable. Silly me. That stinks. I thought I had something there. Oh, some of you have probably heard me complaining that my coinflation's not working. Well, I think I figured out the problem. I have what do you call it? I'm back. Sorry about that. I couldn't think of the word. The VPN. I have a VPN, and I don't know. It just occurred to me. It's like, well, what if I turn my VPN off? I turned it off and then turned on coinflation. Immediately, it worked. It's like, I don't know what the problem is. Maybe there's some type of firewall or something. But anyway, I believe anytime I need my coinflation to work, I'll have to turn off my VPN for a minute. It's kind of a pain, but you got to have that coinflation. There's a 1955. D. I was hoping for the Philadelphia there. Oh, there's a dark coin. Could I get lucky? No, rats. What is that? 85. Anyway, boy, the nickels have jumped up this week, haven't they? Or the last week. The last I had checked, $1's worth of nickels was worth $1.08. And I just checked, because it's been a week, I guess, since I've checked, because my coinflation ain't worked. But they're $1.09 now. $1's worth of nickels in the nickel and copper value is worth $1.09. So, and that's why a lot of people hoard, because the nickel metal value of this coin is worth more than the face value of the coin. And so that's why people hoard them, and with the anticipation that it will just go higher and higher. And one day they have to do something. They're just spending so much more money than the cost of the coin. I suspect one day they'll do something about it. Here is a 1941 nickel. I am in the 16th row. The D and the S have like 40, 50 million, and the P has like 200 million. And we have the P, which you'll find that most of the time, but it's fun when you do get the P and the D. So it's Sunday evening now. One day this week, I am going up to visit my family, see my kids, and to have a chat with the guy that I sell for and pick up some equipment and things like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Be a nice little getaway. And I will stop at several banks along the way. I'll cash some in, and I'll hopefully buy some while I'm at it. I always try to make that a part of my trip. Sometimes it just don't work, but I don't see any reason why it won't this time. I think it will. There's a 1956D will stick over there. Right at the end of the 19th row, I get my Canadian that I usually find one at least per box. It is a 1985. I also found a 1954 Philadelphia, just 50 million of that one made. That was, the D is the highest in that year. 21st row, and here's another 1941. Seems like I've been getting a lot of these lately. The D has 50 million, the S has 40 million, and the P is like 200 million. Oh, this one is the D. I believe that says D. Is that D or S? I don't know. I'm going to pull back and look at this one under my little 50X, and then I'll get back with you. I am back. That is definitely an S, folks. That's cool. 41S, 40 million. It's just fine finding the S coins anyway, I think, because I find fewer of them than anything. Pretty neat. 41S. We went, I think I said that we went to a potluck the other day. And I'm not going to go into the whole story of the deviled eggs, because that's what we thought we were going to take. But then something came up and she didn't. She does not want me to talk about it. Anyway, she made another dish, and it's so funny because we call it our cheesy cauliflower dish. And it's got it's got pineapple chunks and mandarin oranges and vanilla pudding. Doesn't that sound like some pretty delicious cauliflower to you? Cheesy cauliflower. Oh. 2024P number 5. Pretty cool. Neato. So we took it and people kept saying, "What is this?" And we said, "It's cheesy cauliflower." Oh, the story is, well, let me get to the next row. Well, the next row, toward the end, I find a 1954. You want the P or the S this time? The D is the one that has over 100 million. And we got the P. It's more than the S made, but it's definitely a lower mintage than the D. Pretty cool. Anyway, a friend of mine took this dish to a potluck years ago. And somebody didn't have any idea what it was. They just looked at it and said, "What'd you bring? Cheesy cauliflower?" And they're like, "No, it's not cheesy cauliflower." But ever since then, we've called it cheesy cauliflower. And we know exactly what we mean. It's like, my wife's like, "You want me to take cheesy cauliflower?" I'm like, "Absolutely. Absolutely." It went over well. They loved it. But it's not, there's no cauliflower or cheese in it. Here's our cheesy cauliflower. I guess you could mistake it for that. Row number 23. Here's 2024P number 6. Oh, I remember George Carlin. He talked about being at the movies one time. He's like, "Oh, will I be a credit to my row? Maybe we'll get row of the year. Maybe we'll get some slack from the other section." He was a funny dude. That was a long time ago, back before he started all of his cursing. He was still funny, but he was vulgar. I had the album that he put out a long time ago called Takeoffs and Put-Ons. It was a pretty funny album. I mean, we quoted it a lot back in the day. Here is a 1940. What is that? That's another S. When I use my fingers to spread out to get closer in, it, I don't know if I don't have the setting right, but it just jumps on me. I don't like that. But this is a 1940S. That's pretty cool. We have a 40 and 41S now tonight. I love finding those. There is under 40 million of these made. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat indeed. Oh, golly, I hope I get a silver tonight. I need to add one more silver to my 2025 goal. And it needs to be tonight. There's one bank that I really hope I get to go to up in Indiana. They have let me in the past buy the $50 out of their machine, whether it's full or not. Just they'll go count up how many they are. But the last couple times I've done it, I haven't been successful in silver. I used to be each time I go, and I have wondered if because they go back there and they're back there for a long time counting them and stuff, and it's like, what if they've got an employee now that's pulling out the silver and then giving me all the rest? It's just not out of the question, because they're back there, two people at least, pretty long time. I'm like, just they have a count. I'm telling you, they can look on their computer and it'll say there's $112 or $72 and half dollars, and there's so much in quarters and so much in dimes, and they could just simply grab the bag and give it to me. But they always say, we want to make sure you get the accurate count, and that makes me very nervous. I don't know what's going on, but I suspect it's possible. It's definitely possible. We are in the second half of this box now, and here's 2024 P number 7, I think. Yeah. And I think I just saw another one right there. Look at that. Hey, that's neat. Coolio. How about them apples? That's neat. Any more? When I go up there, I've got like boxes of $50 I've got to return to a few different banks. So each time I take in a box, I'll say, you got any loose $50 in your drawer or anything? And then I'll see if they've got a box of pennies and nickels that can then sell me as well. And so hopefully I'll come back not only with some equipment to sell from my guy I sell for, but hopefully I'll come back with, a few boxes of pennies and a few boxes of nickels. Also, well, that row yielded me 2 more 2024 Ps. Well, I believe we're in the 6th row in the second half, and here's a 1949. The S is a semi-key date with less than 10 million. That'd be nice. The P has, what is that? The P has 60 million, and the D has 40 million, but the S has under 10 million. P. Oh well. Well, my wife has been on the phone ever since our company left. I was thinking we was going to share the rest of that cheesy cauliflower together, but it's going so late now. It's now after 8 p.m. So she's got some big conversation going in there. I'm assuming that she's solving all the problems of the world, so I won't say nothing. Somebody's got to do it, you know? Do y'all ever watch this show here? 7th row in the second half. Here's a 2009D. I like finding these guys. It's 10 o'clock and my wife is on her way to bed because she likes going to bed early. She'll get up tomorrow and at some point after coffee head out to her painting job. I've got to call my attorney and call my tax man, get some get some things finalized and done. And I think I'm going to try to get some stuff done in my shed because Tuesday night we'll be coming back with equipment for me to be going through and sell it. I need to make some room for it. I've gone through most everything out there, but no, I've still got a good bit. The stuff I have listed, I've gone through that I sell for this company, but I've still got a lot of stuff just in boxes on the bottom shelves of these shelves, the bottom shelf of these shelves that needs going through. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but I'll get stuff moved around so that I can get some new equipment in. Ugh, it's going to be a mess again. I didn't get enough done out there. But the weather is going to be nice for a while. I think it's going to be warm. It's going to be 80 degrees tomorrow. So hopefully I can start spending a lot of time out there. Ninth row in the second half now, and here's another 1941. It's a Philadelphia, bummer. We haven't seen another 38. We had that one row that had 2 in it. I was hoping I was going to see a few more, daggone. Maybe we will yet. Who knows? Maybe I've missed one. Well, I just dropped one on the floor. I'm pushing them down, and now they're pushing at the end. It's like those quarter push games. The next row, and you know what that is? That's 2024P, number 9, number 9. Number 9, 2024P. I bought one of those quarter push machines one time. Oh, there's a 1953 Philadelphia. Had that over there. I don't think it was working right. I ended up just selling it. I never used it or anything. I don't know. They're fun to play with, but there's a question of whether it's gambling and not. My brother actually knew a guy. It was in Indiana who put a bunch of them in truck stops. And the guy got arrested because somebody decided they were gambling. And so they arrested the guy. But, I think it goes back and forth all the time on whether it's entertainment or gambling. But anyway, I didn't ever do anything with mine. I did have a little vending business. I had several Coke machines and snack machines in several different locations, kind of in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. And I made a little money. It was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. 13 rolls left to go in the box after this row. And here's another shot at a semi-key date, 1948. We need the S. That would be really cool. Oh, it's the Philly again. We didn't get it. Oh, well. I think I've told you guys I owned a bookstore in Crawfordsville, Indiana for several years. And while I ran that business, about a block and a half down the street, I leased a space to open another business, and I sold just different stuff there. And then I leased out spaces for other people to sell their crafts and ware. And it had been a bar, I guess, for years and years before that, probably 50 years. And there was just tons of equipment. So I worked out a deal with the guy I leased the place from that I bought everything that was there, the coolers, the furniture, just everything. And there was a Coke machine there. I don't know why there was, but there was. And I bought that, and we pried it open and got into it. And it had $200 or $300 in it. That was pretty cool. And then I sold the machine. They had the big long coolers that they keep their beer in. Man, they were like 15 feet long, two of them, where they stored just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bottles and cans of beer. And I sold those to somebody. That was a pretty fun place. 12 rows to go now, and right at the end of this row is another 2024P. That's 10. That's cool. I'll take them. I'm hoping to get a 24D and or a silver. That would be sweet. There's number 11. Just 8 rows to go. 11. Look at this, guys. I just got this weather pattern sent to me for Tuesday. Looks like I'm not going to be going out of town Tuesday. So frustrating. I was really looking forward to getting out of town. Strong winds, thunder, lightning, occasional tornadoes. I probably shouldn't be getting out on the road on a day like that. I am 64, guys. I'm not a daredevil anymore. Oh, and here before I go to bed, I got to take my shot of Briggs apple cider vinegar with a drop of essential oil, cinnamon essential oil in it, because they say it's good for you. I now have 7 rolls to go, and here's 2024P by the dozen. By the dozen. Have you guys ever listened to a didgeridoo? That Australian instrument? I could sit and listen to that thing for a long time. I think they are so cool. I'll check and see if I can get some free music with a didgeridoo in it and play it right here, but I don't know if I can, or if I can even find one in time, but maybe eventually I'll find some. With 5 rows to go, right at the end of this row, I find 2024P number 13. I went and looked on the list of music that I have available, and I found some didgeridoo, but it's kind of modern and mixed in with other stuff. Almost sound electronic. Not crazy about it. I'll see what else I can find. Now just 4 rows to go, but here's number 14, 2024P. I've got this little segment right here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be playing it or not. Now just 2 rows to go, and here's a 1946 Philly. Also got 254 Phillies in the last few rows. 2 rows to go, and we'll be done. I don't think I'm ever going to find a spare through a buffalo. If I was going to start another business, one I'd really love to have, and I've said this before, is a private mailbox business with a shipping center and that sort of thing. And of course, I'd put a coin machine in there too. But, you know, I like real estate, but I don't like renting to tenants that can just stay. If they just rent out this little space and they get their mail, you know, they pay by the month. And if they quit paying, you rent it to somebody else. That's all there is to it. Easy peasy. I think I'd really enjoy that business. The only drawback is I have to do it somewhere from home. I can't do it from... I'm pretty happy here. Here's the last row. Let's see if anything else shows up. if I could get my son to run the business for me and then me just like finance it or something, and then I could just fill in for him occasionally, I'd do that. But him and his wife are, up in another state, and they've got their own house. And so I don't know if we could ever work out something like that or not. It'd be cool. I think it'd be a fun business to run. Well, I'm pretty disappointed that I didn't get a silver, but I got, a bunch of 2024 P's, and that's always fun. Oh, and there's another one. Is that 15? I think that's 15. All right. Like, it's fun finding something in the last row at the end. Couple of nickels left. All right, guys. That is it. Well, we got a pretty good stack of them. And a 2009 to my collection. A couple of the older nickels was pretty low mintage. Nothing super fantastic. But anyway, it was fun going through them. And hopefully, I don't know. I know Thursday I want to do my courting. I'll get several boxes of things. But I was really hoping to go Tuesday. I'm really bummed out about that. Maybe the weather pattern will change. Whatever the case may be. What Doris Day say? Que sera, sera. Guys, we'll see you in the next video. I thank you for watching. Thanks for all the kind words you say to me. See you next time we do a video.